Okay, it's cookery class time again. I'm going to try something I've never tried before, and I'm not going off a recipe, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this is quite a nice, simple, flavoursome meal. Okay, so we are going to have stuffed courgettes, and I actually really don't like courgettes, but they were on special offer, reduced to a few pence, so I thought, okay, we'll have those. I was going to do stuffed marrow, but the marrows were expensive and tiny and didn't look very good. Okay, so courgettes stuffed. Ingredients to kick off with: some minced beef, which I'm going to fry up, a couple of onions, a couple of cloves of garlic, root ginger, as you know I love ginger in things, and coriander. Again, big bag of coriander, reduced from 78 pence to 20 pence, so coriander, and mushrooms, and those are the basic ingredients. Okay, so that's the onions, garlic, ginger and the beef, and once the onions are cooked and the meat's browned slightly, I'm going to transfer that to a bigger pan. I have also added a little bit of seasoning to this. Now this is the point of the proceedings that I really like. This is where you decide what your meal's going to be. You can spice it up now, make it hot curry, you can make it very herby, anything you like, whatever you bag. I'm going to do kind of mix and match here. I'm not going to make a full-blown curry today because I've done that too often. So, first off, tin of tomatoes. I haven't got any chopped ones, so whole ones and mush them up. Okay. Although I said I'm not making a curry, I am actually going to add some chilli powder, obviously fresh chillies if that's what you like. Will do just as well. I'm also going to add two things to sweeten it very slightly and add a little bit of flavour. One is good old-fashioned tomato ketchup. For those who don't know, it is sweet, that stuff, and it does add a nice flavour rather than just plain tomato puree. Dash of the old Perrins, why not? I'm also going to put in 2 or 3 whole cloves. Again, just to add a tiny little bit of tang, a fragrance to it if you like. Then my big bunch of coriander. And now I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to add some stock. And I want there to be way too much liquid in this for reasons that will become apparent. And that is now going to simmer until I decide it's done, really, or ready for the next stage. Okay, that's been simmering for about half an hour, and here's something people often forget, and I certainly do, is you can taste it as you go. And that is tasty. Okay, now I'm going to add about half a cup of basmati rice. And that will take about 15 minutes, I guess. And will probably take up most of that liquid. Okay, the rice is now cooked. I did have to add some extra liquid, it went too dry, so keep an eye on this bit. You can of course cook the rice separately and mix it in at the end, but I wanted the rice to take in the sauce flavours. Now I'm also going to add some chopped mushrooms. I always add mushrooms at the last bit of cooking, or you completely lose the flavour. Okay, here are the courgettes. I've topped and tailed them, and I've scooped out the entrails, and I've actually used all the 3 that we had. 2 reasons for that. One is they were cheap because they're probably at the sell-by date, and the other is I couldn't stop the bloody things rolling over in the pot. So there they are, and I've put a little bit of water in the bottom of the dish just to try and keep it moist. I'm going to cover that with foil and put them in the oven at 180 centigrade for about 30 minutes. I'm going to take them out just before the end and put a cheese topping on. And as always happens in this house, there's mountains of leftovers, so that will go in the freezer, and I can assure you that will taste even better when it comes out again to be made into something different. Cookie, little cheese topping. Now, I've grated this properly. Normally I do man grating. That means slice it thin and shove it on top and hope for the best. But I'm doing this posh.
Man grating.
Well, otherwise you have to wash up the grater and everything.
Oh, I know, and that's such...
Oh, there's a lump.
There's a man lump.
Cookie cookie.
Does that mean it's almost ready?
10 minutes. Straight out of the oven. Still sizzling slightly. Now I was going to serve this with a potato and turnip mash, and then I thought that's silly because we've got rice. And then I really fancied it, so there we have it. Stuffed courgettes with potato and turnip mash, little tomato and carrot salad, prepared by my helper. And now we're going to eat. So the verdict was, even though I don't like courgettes, that was jolly tasty.
It sure was. Another success.
So we recommend that one to people to try.
That was a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.